fall and we smack our back. And the breath leaves us and the pain hurts us and we are crying in pain. Riveting. Oh God, why? And God says, here, let me send somebody for you to show you. Now do it. Go through this again, but do it my way this time. And when you fall, you get caught, and you're wondering, my goodness, what deliverance God has. He never really did break his promise. So here's the question for you today. Do you trust God? And are you obeying God? Now, Ed, I'm going to ask you to play Trust and Obey, but I'm going to ask you to play it a little slow. Where are you today? Where are you at with God today? Are you afraid? That's the first question. Are you afraid? Are you afraid where God may be calling you to go? Are you afraid you may be going in a valley? Are you afraid God might be calling you into a direction that you are absolutely terrified of? Are you trusting God today that He'll catch you? And more importantly, are you obeying God? Look, you don't have to listen to me and say, oh, Captain says this is what God says. No, there's a book. There's instructions. When I say something, if it doesn't match that book, it's not God's instructions. But the reality is, are you obeying? Where are you? Now, I can assure you, there's someone in here who's afraid. There's someone in here who needs to learn to trust. And there's someone in here who needs to learn to obey. I don't know who it is. But don't wait. The altar's open. Come and pray. And ask God to work on that in your life. Don't hold back. Don't wait. Don't wait for someone else to come. If God's calling you, now's the time to come. There are 27 people in this room. And the reality is, if you're being called to obey, you need to obey. It may be, yes, I've been called to ministry, and I will do everything possible to be the minister that you're calling me to be. Maybe it's, I'm afraid that people will not see me the same way. I don't know. Today, it'll be there. I always tell people there's nothing magical about this altar. But if we're going to be a people of prayer, we need to go to it. It doesn't change anything. But if God's moving in our lives, we need to let Him move. Trust and obey. God is an amazing God. I don't know who it is. I just feel a really strong burning in my heart. Somebody's afraid, and I don't know what they're afraid of. And if that's you, maybe it's someone who's going to watch the video later on. I don't know. But don't continue to be afraid. Don't be Don't continue to be afraid. Don't continue to let man worry you. Because eternity is real. And man can only